This week on the program, with everything going on in our country right now, such as the Derek Chauvin murder trial, the surge of immigrants at the border, and Georgia's new voting laws, these are all just simple distractions. Let's not forget about the real question on everyone's mind today. What the hell is going on with me and the Liberty Ladies, huh? Later, AOC is better than you, and until you are on her level, shut your fucking face. And finally, another lunatic attacked the Capitol. Thank God he wasn't white. Your emergency exit is right this way. Woo, that's an offensive intro. I apologize. All right, this is episode 199. Today is April 2nd, 2021. It is again 10 on 10 in our floating tin can. Above the world. Ooh, that's right. I am Los. My preferred adjective is multifaceted. And you can follow me on Twitter at That's Right Los. Joining me today, while David is praying for Jesus to come back in 3 days, it's Rich from the Who's on Call podcast. That's right.
Rick.
God dang
the big one's Rich.
See, it's Rick.
Yeah.
I was just going to call you Ricardo. But you guys are both at the same thing. I could just call you Ricardo, right?
Yeah, just call me Ricardo. If it makes it easier on you, let's just go
Thank
with that.
you. Yes. It's got to be easier for me,
yeah.
After all. Well, it's Rick from the Who's on Call podcast. You know, it should be easy enough for me. That's my dad's name. It's my middle name. All right.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah. And making sure we're there doing our thing. Brandon the Hardhead Mitchell.
How's it going?
That's right.
Click.
All right.
Just like that.
Okay, we've got a lot to talk about today. We've got all sorts of crap. All right, so if you were offended by that opening, geez, I regret doing it immediately. But it's out there. What are you going to do? It's out there. Jeez, we're going to get canceled. All right, don't cancel us. Let's go and do a little bit of bro world order to get started. What do you guys say? Let's go.
It's the bro world.
All right, we got Rodeo Clown, double IPA.
Double IPA.
By Carbach Brewing Company. It is 9.5% alcohol by volume and 85 IBU, which I think that scale only goes up to 130 if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check, but Rick brought this.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites to get whenever, it's late at night, kids are asleep, daddy's got to unwind, mama's got to unwind, and yeah, I mean, it gets to the point with that what was it, 9.9?
9.5.
9.5, okay.
It's really up there.
Yeah.
Well,
I just know it fucks you up, so that's why I drink it.
We've all had the opportunity to drink it already, and let's go around the bend and find out what everybody thinks of it. Brandon, what do you got?
For this being an IPA, it's it's IBU, yeah, is fairly low, which means I like it. Now it's still 9.5 is nice and heavy. It is still hoppy, but the 9.5 kind of makes up for that. And I can see if you're trying to just be like efficient, at unwinding and relaxing,
Get to the point.
This is what you want to go for.
Yeah.
And it tastes really good.
Yeah, so, I mean, with like 2 of them, 3 of them, you might be right where you needed to.
That's all you need.
Right where you needed to go.
Yeah, exactly. I've got to give this one. I'm going to give it an 8.
Wow, an 8.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm surprised myself.
Well, let's see here. It's why don't you go?
I also don't have that many words for it, but I pretty much told you what it was and why I get it. I do like this beer a lot, and I will also give it an 8.
Oh,
that's right.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. I thought that it was hoppy at first with a sweet malty aftertaste. And the mouth was the barrel, and the Rodeo Clown jumped into it, and therefore I gave it a solid 7. That's right.
All right.
All right. That's the world order. That's right. Kickity-goo.
It's the brew world.
Okay, let's hop right into our next little thingamabobber, little bit of bonsai.
No, didn't give me any time. Here it comes.
I was like, woo.
Bonsai, yeah.
That's right.
Fucking love that.
Today I've got a false cypress. They call it the golden mop because its new growth is golden in color. You may not be able to see it because of the green screen, so therefore I brought a video that we'll just have back here, and it's got close-ups of the foliage. It's trying to render and look good there. It's maybe hard to see. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's a little better. And then it blurry again.
Yeah.
It's a growing little guy here. I got this Christmas time. They sell these at H-E-B. Pretty cheap. Very nice there. It's a dwarf shrub. Yes. Midget shrub. It only grows about 2 to 3 feet. So it's going to be very, very small. So keep it in a small pot. It's a very beautiful little thing there. There it is right there. It looks much bigger. But it's right here. And it's see-through. Oh, my hand. Where'd my hand go? Ah. Well, anyways. Yeah, look at that.
So how, like, I know there's different variations of bonsais.
Yeah.
What's like the tallest bonsai that there is?
Well, bonsai is not
Bonsai.
a particular
Are they
type
like,
of tree at all.
okay.
It's more technique than anything. It's what it is. It's techniques of cultivating and keeping a tree miniature or making it look like a miniature tree.
Oh, okay.
And it involves a lot of the time just starting off with cutting off the lower branches
Mhm.
and
Making it seem like making it grow up.
yeah, and make
other
it
than out.
look like it's a tree from far away.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm letting the shoots grow out a little bit, and I may chop these back a little bit to encourage denser growth and ramification. It just means it makes more branches.
So
Where
this
you
would
cut-
this would be good whenever you want to make that Beetlejuice model, like wherever you
oh
in
yeah,
the attic,
fuck yeah!
and just like plant all these around there. Have a nice.
It'd be
little
hard to water
little
that
sign.
and not get all the houses wet. But maybe you make them water. If you're a good model maker, you'd be able to make it so that it can withstand like a rain. And you're like, you're God, I'm raining on you, and you're watering your
own little
plants. You know?
ecosystem.
Yeah, why not?
No, that's pretty dope. Like I could never do it. I don't have that green thumb to or patience
Why don't you think you can do it?
because I haven't done it.
The patience.
I just don't.
It's literally all you have to have.
I
is
don't care
patience.
for plants as much. You know, like I care for my kids. Like I nurture my
Yeah,
kids.
you've got some other things to
So,
grow.
yeah.
I feel you.
So you know, I don't feel that way for plants as much as one would or one could. But I don't know. I mean, it's dope as shit. Like I appreciate things that I can't do, and I wouldn't be able to do this and maintain this. Like this would be. I'm sorry, but it would probably be dead.
Well, maybe that's why
Pretty
I can't appreciate anything because I feel like I'd appreciate things that I can't do. That's why I don't appreciate anything.
All right.
I can just do everything.
Yeah.
I'm just like that great. I'm just like that great, man.
Just like a yeah. a roller clown in his barrel.
I'm just kidding. But anyways, one day this will be a bigger guy. But it's just about at this point you've done all you can do.
Yeah.
And you water it whenever the soil feels
A little dry.
yeah, it feels a little dry. And you see, there's not like dirt in there. It's little rocks. You know,
So it doesn't.
it's pumice and lava rock and
So it just feeds off of
clay.
water, not even anything out of the dirt. Or
You feed it. You just give it water and you fertilize it, so it gets its nutrients from the fertilizer
Okay.
I do once a week.
Yeah.
In the springtime. Excuse me. But yeah, that's how it gets its stuff, and the reason why you use all this aggregate stuff, it's so that water can just roll right through it, which
Filter
means you
through.
have to water it more often than you would. So that's kind of an issue. But you want to care. It encourages you to care for them more, and
Yeah.
have to look after them every day. I've set up.
I couldn't do it.
And maybe I'm thinking maybe next week we'll do a tour. I've got a video of my little backyard bonsai garden, and I'll show you all the stuff, and we can look at it in the video. Maybe we can iron that out for next week.
The 200th episode.
200 episode. We're gonna watch clips. No news. No news.
No news.
It's gonna be a good one. We just remember all the fun interviews and it's a tribute to me as a comedian. And I'm not a comedian, so it's a tribute to me, my funniness as a human being that's not a comedian. Anyways, yeah, this is turned out to be a bad bonsai segment, but we've got Texas Republic whiskey as well, blended bourbon. Not straight, baby. 40% alcohol by volume. This blended bourbon whiskey is smooth enough for sipping, but hold its own in a cocktail. That's right, made from corn rye and a bit of barley, and that's hay. That one's barley. And Hill Country Rainwater. Republic blended bourbon whiskey has rich notes of oak and vanilla faded into dark cherry with a bold finish, like a West Texas sunset. That's right.
I think he said butthold there for a second.
Butthold. You dang oh, I like to flick him in the face with my finger.
Oh shit.
Yeah. God. Anyways, thank you. That's bourbon and bonsai and bourbon. Yeah. I didn't decide what we were going to talk about with the Liberty Ladies. I wanted to say I love you, girls. That's right.
We love you.
And yeah, that's it. I'll be on your show next time though, if you want me to be. But yeah,
In studio.
I think Jeff the Texan would actually show up instead of me.
Shit. Son.
And that would be too funny. Because
that dude cannot be contained.
He was only on he actually showed up to the show one time. I wish I had the episode. Remember when we did that episode?
Oh.
And that was
in studio, wasn't
Studio 3,
Yeah.
I think, at the Austin Public. And
it? Yeah.
also Sebastian the Antifa,
Yeah.
right? It was a good episode. Try to find that because
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
like
gonna
to
look
see
it up.
that. Because we're starting early with our episode 200 best of stuff here. But if you can find it, yeah, we'll put that up.
Nice.
Try agreeing with everything Jimmy was saying was like Sebastian. He's like, yeah, you're right, man. Let's go find them and beat them up. You're right, man. Turning his stuff extreme, like, and he's trying to be rational. But sorry about that. Okay, what do we got here today?
What do we got in the news?
Well, let's go straight into the news. Let's go ahead and watch this breaking thing. Acting Chief of the U.S. Capitol Police, Yogananda Pittman shares what they know so far about the attack on the Capitol checkpoint. If you guys don't know by now, the Capitol, it was sort of attacked in a way where somebody drove into a barrier, but it struck two officers and killed one of them.
Oh, jeez.
And so let's listen. Can we go back and listen to
This one?
the police chief? Yes, Data One. It's from Fox News. So take this with a grain of salt, you guys.
Heavy heart that I come here this afternoon to shed some light on the incident that occurred at the United States Capitol. At approximately 1:02 hours this afternoon, a suspect entered what we refer to as the north barricade of the Capitol. The suspect rammed his car into
pause real
two
quick?
of our officers.
Look at that the pile of mics just like they're not like any order, like everyone just like shoved up in there.
Yeah.
Man, she could have just done this in front of a green screen like Biden did,
It's
just
like
kidding. Go ahead.
it's like World War Z of mics.
officers and then hit the north barricade barrier. As such time, the suspect exited the vehicle with a knife in hand. Our
Says, "I'ma kill you,
then
motherfuckers!"
engaged that suspect. He did not respond to verbal commands. The suspect did start lunging toward U.S. Capitol Police officers, at which time U.S. Capitol Police officers fired upon the suspect.
Put him down.
At this time, the suspect has been pronounced deceased. Two U.S. Capitol Police officers were transported to two different hospitals.
All right, I think that's enough.
I didn't even hear about this. This is how much I'm into the fucking news.
It literally happened today, if I'm not mistaken. Like in the afternoon while we were,
Working?
fucking putting a new wax ring on a toilet.
Oh
fucking,
shit!
Know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
maintenance, son.
Making
Now
sure
you're
I
talking.
got a tight seal, motherfucker. I didn't actually do that, but that's what I think somebody was doing.
Somebody at this point. Yeah.
Somebody was doing that. What a shame, man. We don't really know too much of the story yet. But I wanted to go to the next link there.
Okay, so he had a knife. He didn't even have a gun to like,
No.
proceed with his attacks. What he was gonna like? What?
Depends
I
on
guess,
how
I
he
guess
held
it's
it.
too early.
Do you think they're more threatened by like get away from me, or do you think they're more threatened when they see it like this, like come on, motherfucker,
Oh, bro, I forgot my knife.
let's go,
God damn it.
motherfucker.
You one up me on that one.
That's right.
I usually carry my knife too. No, I feel this way is not that threatening. Like this is like you're running up behind somebody and looking to stab them.
Matter of fact, it's a more of
This
a
is more of
defense.
a-
It's a defense
Yeah.
way of holding it because you can hold it in front of you, hold it with the blade out this way, so
Yeah.
that if they punch you, you can have them
Yeah.
punch your fucking knife, and
Yeah.
it's a rather
Yeah,
safe
that's
way
not
to hold
more.
it.
That's not an attacking move. This is more of an attacking move.
Yeah.
Like I think of
Yeah,
what is it?
motherfuckers.
the Jets and Sharks. The fucking Rumble.
I don't know why my voice keeps
Or,
going
Beat
into
It.
like they're
Yeah,
like
Beat It.
holding onto each other's arm.
Yeah, like that.
That one's scary, dude. Like, dude, you're guaranteed to get cut.
Yeah, dude. I was like, how the fuck are you gonna? How are you gonna stab somebody first?
And who gets to
couldn't
be
imagine.
like the left hand on the right hand? Like, all right, because somebody has to be a lefty and someone has to be a
No, I
righty.
think
and that's a-
they both do their dominant.
No, they'd use like the same. No, they were like this.
Oh,
Maybe that was because
that's
it
the
was
camera.
like camera move, right?
Yeah.
So that they
Yeah,
can.
it's
Hey, I want to
cheating
be in the
out.
picture.
Cheating out is what we call it in the show business.
Yeah, sure, but so now that makes it even more dangerous because you can just go,
Oh,
motherfucker.
That's stupid. I didn't think about that.
So maybe they had to hold that way so that it's like more of a challenge, and you're not going to just go straight this way because it's a stretch to go over that way.
I'm kicking you.
Take it easy. All right, which I don't think this guy did. I don't think he was trying to kick anybody. He went out there and he threatened, and obviously he
Yeah.
just ran into a fucking barrier and struck two people.
Yeah.
Um,
But I mean,
Got
typically
out.
if somebody wants to cause some chaos in the U.S., they have a gun with them. So that was kind of crazy. He came out with a knife.
oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
These kind of things, murders will happen from evil people no matter what.
That's exactly my point. Is
Guns
like
or no guns.
guns or no guns. Yeah, if you have the intent to do some damage, you're gonna find a way to do it. Like he had a
No.
car and he had a knife.
It's
So,
like a
We're gonna ban cars and we're gonna tax your mileage now.
the
because of this guy.
neo-Nazis. The neo-Nazis are like, fuck yeah, dude. This guy didn't have a gun. He was fucking black. Like, woo, fuck yeah. The liberals are off of us for one day, but we may not hear about this too
No,
much
it's
in the actual news.
it's only gonna be on Fox.
But actually, it's hard to ignore this story because it
Yeah.
happened
Oh yeah.
at the
At the
Capitol.
Capitol. Yeah.
A lot of things are happening during Biden's. A lot of things at the Capitol are happening under Biden's administration. January 6th was an inauguration day, so that was actually technically Trump's
No,
day.
it's still Trump's watch.
Ah, damn it! you're responsible for
But
that.
at the same time, the whole gun thing, we had, a few, mass shootings lately. And, of course, the whole gun ban started, coming up in circulation of, talking points now. But I listen to Joe Rogan. I know I say that a lot.
my
but,
man, my man.
Leon Edwards was on there, and he's an MMA fighter, and he's from the UK. And he's based out of the UK. And he started up a school in the UK specifically for knife attacks, because knife attacks are up in
Right in the UK.
United Kingdom. Yeah,
yeah,
because they have a total gun ban.
yeah, absolutely.
And so
they found a different way of doing it.
There've been a lot of, it's gone up exponentially. Who knows from when? I don't really know their laws, but I was just listening into that, and so he has a specific like martial arts school and classes for if you ever get attacked with a knife.
And that is absolutely important. If you're gonna wield a knife, you gotta know something. But eventually, didn't they ban knives in the UK as well?
I believe so.
So did that stop them from having that
Anything can be a
endeavor?
knife, though, bro. This bonsai can be a fucking knife. It just sounds dangerous.
I could kill you with this bullet. Is that what he said? What did Sly say? I can kill you with
this apple.
Yeah, I can kill you with this apple. And he's like, for misdirection. Fucking amateur. I'm fucking Sly Stallone, okay? My Sly's getting better over the last few rewatch episodes. Speaking of which, rewatch episode, what's the next one coming out?
Clue, I think, is Clue is the one to come out
Clue.
Sunday.
I've never
Oh.
seen Clue.
Clue was a cool movie, actually. I think, spoiler alert, I think I gave it a rewatch. I think I did. I don't know. Are we keeping track of that by chance?
No, that's what we need interns for.
You guys are looking to want an intern. Okay, anyway. So let's get into this Forbes article. 25-year-old Indiana man reportedly suspect in deadly Capitol attack or deadly attack at the U.S. Capitol. Now, this is completely different than the insurrection. These are two separate things, so let's not mix things up. But I just wonder those lefties going, oh, fuck, another white guy. Just
Going
praying
against the
for it,
narrative.
just praying for it. Yeah, I think I'm making up a narrative for them. That's probably none of them, but probably some of them. So those are the ones I'm catering to. But yeah, you were like, oh fuck, I hope this is we need another thing.
I never say when big shit goes down. I'm like, I hope it's not a Mexican because it's never really ever a Mexican.
Yeah, except at the border.
Yeah, but they're from El Salvador, so that they're our little scapegoat. They're the lessers of Mexicans.
You guys are the same.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding too. Gosh, that's
I mean, you're like the Mexican of Asia.
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Filipinos, baby.
The Mexican of the Pacific is how I've heard it before.
Yeah, okay.
Mexican of the Pacific. Hey, scroll down on that article there, bud. Okay, let's read from this here. Forbes magazine. In Forbes magazine, authorities have identified 25-year-old Noah Green from Indiana as a suspect. Suspect killing during a vehicle attack at the U.S. Capitol that left a police officer dead and another in the hospital, according to WNBC. And let's see here. They give us, I love when news does this. Just give us the good stuff.
Yeah.
Stop filling it with crap. Forbes sometimes can be on a little bit of the lefty side of things, but here's the key facts. If you're short on time, TLDR, okay? Green expressed support on Facebook for the Nation of Islam, the Black nationalist movement led by my man, Louis Farrakhan, who has a history of anti-Semitic and anti-LGBTQ views, multiple outlets reported. According to CNN, hours before the attack, Green wrote an Instagram story that the, quote, U.S. government is the #1 enemy of the black people, end quote. And last week posted that Farrakhan had saved him, quote, after the terrible afflictions I have suffered, presumably by the CIA and the FBI, government agencies of the United States of America, end quote. Green posted on Facebook about his struggles with fear, hunger, loss of wealth, and diminution of fruit. Amid, what's that word? Diminution? That's whatever. Anyways, this guy is a loser. We shouldn't even talk. You know what? I shouldn't even said his fucking name because that's something I don't even like doing on this show.
So could he be like a Manchurian candidate? I mean, he's already blaming the FBI and CIA.
Well, he may be right. Like,
Right.
how is he?
He's calling out the FBI and CIA. Maybe
Prove him wrong.
Yeah. Maybe they Manchurian candidate.
Like, think about it too. What if this was like a flat earther's dream where a NASA employee deep inside finally starts like fucking talking, right?
Starts buckling, yeah.
Fucking, you guys have been fooled this whole time. I'm working with them. If I don't fucking hurry up, they're gonna get me. I swear to. Like Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
He was on Rogan. Whoo, that guy's story is fucking crazy. But who's to say he's this guy was making jets.
Yeah.
Like he can
made
make
a
jets.
Honda
And he said there's an element out there.
Element 9,
No,
22.
No, it's like element something 55 million. I don't know what it is. Bob Lazar's. Go ahead and look it up there. Look it up, Jamie. Jamie, look that up. Oh fucking A. No, how does he talk? Oh fucking wow.
Element 115.
Oh, we're off.
What is it? 115.
115.
That wasn't discovered until like 20 years later
Element
Yeah.
115.
Yeah.
But they were working with it, at
in the
Groom
80s.
Lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it
80s.
defied gravity. It was a. I wish it was real. I hope it's real. And Bob Lazar says
Yeah,
it's
like,
true.
It
They
pushed.
keep raiding his fucking
gravity.
house, dude. Like the FBI
Still?
still go. Yeah, they had this whole documentary on Hulu or some shit, right? And he revealed as much as he could. He drew pictures, and it's all very convincing. It's all very convincing because he's a smart guy, right?
Yeah.
He's a very, very smart guy.
And he's not in it for the fame.
I think it was
he's
on
just-
Netflix is what it was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so even like at the very end, they start cutting out, but then it like goes, oh, Bob Lazar's house was raided once again by FBI after filming this documentary,
Yeah.
and then it's like, dude, what did they keep bothering this guy for? But because he worked in Area 51, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
And they're trying to
He
discredit
holds a
like
key.
his where he taught and where he
They
went to
erased his whole fucking college history.
Yeah.
Like Bob Lazar's got like the stuff. He's like, look, I was from like you see, I've got the degree and everything. They have no record of him
Yeah.
anywhere. Either Bob Lazar made this all up, and listen, he's a genius, right? He built he can build
It
like
was
jets.
Like, yeah, it
and
was a rocket
rockets.
jet in like a Honda or something.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't actually go there, and he was just he's so smart. He made all these degrees, and he knows how to make these and be convincing, and maybe
Maybe he grows mushrooms
and eats
and
them.
he's yeah. No, he just sticks them up his ass. Gets that full effect.
Then he goes
that's
flicks
that rocket
Asians in the
fruit.
face with his fingers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. What do you guys think about this story? Now you're hearing about it. So he was a Nation of Islam. He was a Nick Cannonite, wearing a fucking turban and shit. Now I'm not saying all of them are like that, but there's an extreme side of every side.
That's exactly what it is. Extreme.
And lately, maybe we reveal this or say these stories to sort of promote the fact that these don't even need to be said, period. No matter the race, but because you guys have to see, maybe that's the problem. Maybe we shouldn't be bringing up these things because
Well, yeah,
there's a divide and we keep bringing it. But if they're not going to mention it or say anything about it,
But there was a
Yeah.
thing before where like you don't report on anything terrorist. But then like, after 9/11, everything was like, all right, anything terrorist, all right, we're putting on the news because that's the clickbaity stuff. That's
Yeah.
what reels them in. But before it's like, no, don't give any of these guys attention because it's going to be, obviously sprout up copycats.
but of course this also gives them another check mark, and the guy wasn't taken in alive. He was shot to death by the
Yeah.
cops. So, if he was whining, that happened. Fuck,
Yeah,
why
I
can't
mean,
that
if they would have
fucking-
been in the
God damn
UK,
it.
they would have known how to take him out, even though he did have a knife.
Yeah, because the cops don't even carry guns either, right? They just got like nightsticks or
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah, they
they're
don't
probably
have
really good with them, right? If that's your only weapon, I'm sure you're going to fucking practice it.
Yeah,
I mean, if this chair that I'm sitting on was the only thing that I had around,
you're gonna fucking use it.
I'd probably learn how to swing it fast.
Yeah.
Hold it on its side instead of like flatwards so that I get enough momentum and I
Or
can just
just-
like hit it bluntly.
Throw it up like that in the air so they're
Oh!
distracted, and then just
Kia!
Yeah,
Now I want to
What
hit
is-
them with the chair. Okay, how about
I
this?
mean, there's different
you throw
ways
it
of
up in the
doing
air, they catch it, you kick them in the nuts, they drop it, you pick it up and smash them while they're down grabbing their junk.
or you
Deal?
spin it, and then while they're like, "Oh shit," and then you kick it at them as it's spinning.
Break
Like,
their
you kick
nose
the
with
chair.
your with the
No,
palm.
you kick the chair in the air,
Oh, you kick it at them like
it's
old Rob Van
spinning-
Dam
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah,
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 man.
and just spin it at them.
Fucking Mr. 420 and shit. Rob Van Dam, dude. He was the best. He not only did he do splits, but he like looked like Van Dam.
He looked like a Van Damme.
Yeah. Well,
I liked Val Venus.
put up
That was one of my favorites.
look at a picture of Van Dam and then Rob Van Dam. Yeah. Dame.
Wrong Dam.
Rob Van Dam.
Damn man.
Images,
Yeah.
baby. Yeah, there he
Yeah,
is.
there it is.
Mr. Showtime.
I think I can see it.
Mr. 420. The whole fucking show. Is that what he says? I can't remember what it used
I
to
can't
be.
remember. That was like.
But yeah, look at him. He's got these guys. He looks just like him, but like a more. Probably he can
Oh.
actually beat him up. I don't know.
Yin and Yangs.
No, Van Damme actually was like a fighter. And then who would win in a
Look,
fight?
he's doing the
there
splits
he
a
is.
la Van Damme.
A la Van Damme. And his name is Van Damme with just
Yeah.
one N.
Oh,
one
yeah,
M.
it's just DAM.
Damn. Van Dam.
Damn.
Look at those. God, look at those canned dams. Look at those cans. Damn. All right. That's enough of that. All right. Let's go into some other news. I want to see if we get either the I want to try to maybe we can do both sides in the other side of the show, and maybe do the AOC stuff before we end. So we still got a half an hour to do some stuff. So let's go into some other news before we go into AOC. Arwaman AOC. Alexandra Ocasio-Chapete.
Cortez.
Oh, Cortez?
Right?
No,
Yeah.
it's Chapete.
I don't know.
Pinche Chapete.
I don't. Like I said, I don't fucking pay attention to the news. It's
Yeah, you
fucking
don't know her
depressing
name
as
is
fuck.
not Chapete. Yes.
I know AOC. I know those.
Hey, of course. Who doesn't? She's our Lord and Savior. That's right. Praise her. The A and the O and the C. Okay, check this out. Man grows up. He gets a rebel flag tattooed on him. And this is a weird, like sort
Flex?
of, it's a braggy way of showing. It's virtue signaling. But bro, you got a Confederate flag tattooed on you. Like, why does anyone take you seriously? So he's like, fuck yeah. Well, let me get it removed.
I've
listen
done
to this.
something
Maybe we can
that
hear it. There we
the
go.
vast majority of the world would see as being a hate symbol, and that's not who I am. And I don't want to be viewed that way.
Look at that
Hi, I'm
fucking...
Don.
Look at that
I'd like to
Peterbilt
tell you the
jacket,
story of
son.
how I
That's
got a
fucking.
Confederate flag
What's that
tattoo,
goatee? Is that a target where you
That-
want guys to shoot you to come?
That's like that came with that jacket came with a commemorative like number.
Hey, I would rock that if it came with a number. Members only. No, I don't like the corduroy on there.
Dang,
A
you got it when he
69
was a kid.
Charger on the Dukes of Hazzard.
Now listen to
This
him.
was one of the coolest cars on TV ever.
Coolest car.
And
Can we get a
I know
little
I've
volume
got
on that?
pictures of myself and my brother
Y'all
dressed up
talking
as the
the
Dukes
entire time
as the
over
Dukes of
it.
Hazzard for Halloween. It
Sorry.
was never something
True.
that was viewed in my life as being a hate symbol.
John grew up. That's right. He didn't know anything
us, it
about
wasn't
race.
A symbol of the Confederacy and the and slavery and whatnot. It was a rebel flag.
Yeah, whatnot.
And that's how we saw it was a rebel flag. And also, I was born in 1977. Star Wars came out, and the rebels were the good guys. It didn't connect with me that this was a bad thing until much later in life. Even in high school, you learn about the Confederacy and all this, and slavery was a major part of this, but it was never expressed in such a fashion that this was essentially the American equivalent of the swastika.
Whoa,
Up until
okay, stop.
Last year,
Is it essentially a swastika? I want to know what you guys think about that because I've never really thought. Yeah, I mean, yes, we know where that the flag's history. I don't think it's hard to say that not a lot of people actually believe that flag that people hang it now. Yeah, some not racists hang that flag. A lot of racists do a lot of stuff, but we can't be living our life with the Hitler's
Yeah.
had a dog rule, you know.
Yeah,
And that was going on with.
loved his dogs.
Yeah, he loved his dogs.
Loves his dogs.
You know who else had dogs?
Yeah,
Not me, because Hitler had them.
I grew up watching Dukes of Hazards too. Like I didn't. Yes.
Is that
yeah.
how it goes? did the-
What is it? The charge? Charge.
Yeah, then he fucking those Duke boys
Yeah,
getting
the
themselves in
slow-mo.
some deep
Yeah.
mud.
Leaves on the cliffhanger.
Yeah, because they're like lined up. Will they make it? Come back in 2 minutes. Here's our commercial from Aspirin.
I mean, even growing up in the South, like here, it never really bothered me.
And obviously, he's getting his tattoo removed, and he's talking about rebels in general. He's talking about all the good rebels. Star Wars. That's
I was wrong. Yeah.
we're both wrong. But he's talking about the rebels and how they. Yes, thank you, there, General Lee.
Appreciate that.
General Brandon Hard Hat Lee over there. So when he got this tattoo, it meant that those rebels, you
Yeah.
know, like the American rebels, and I as I recall, if I know my history, that the people in the South, the majority of slaves were owned by plantations in the North, if I'm not mistaken. There were a few, but the majority of them were Northers, because that's where the richer folk were in America at the time. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a historian.
I'm not very
Okay.
much of a historian either.
So you don't know.
I don't
So
know why
whatever
the
I'm
fuck I
saying
even
probably
have
sounds
you.
right, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
Well, I mean, people never know history. They might think this is right. So do your own research, okay, is all
Please.
I'm saying, right?
Do your own research.
But the South, I don't think slavery was even the main part. I think it had something to do with it. Sure, they wanted slavery to continue, but remember, we ended it, so calm the fuck down and all.
Yeah.
But the people that rock it today are not rocking the same flag that the people that were fighting for slavery to continue.
No.
They're fighting because it's their heritage. You know, it's a flag that's been flown. Maybe it should have been taken down. It is a They are traitors, for after all, aren't they? Didn't they rise up against the North or whatever and basically insurged against the
I can't
government?
remember where I read this, but I remember reading this a
story now all
long
of a
time
sudden,
ago.
huh?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
It it clicks every
Yeah,
now
dude,
and then.
the
you know?
bridge got built.
Yeah, I mean, a broken clock is right twice
At
a
least.
day, right? Okay, so I remember reading this a long time ago. I don't know what my sources was, whatever, but the rebel flag looks like the British flag, because the British was helping supply the Southerners to rebel against the North.
Ah.
And so they were, kind of funding the Southern uprising because they wanted to have that divide. And so England would come back and take over the U.S. again.
Bastards.
I don't know where I read that,
With
but
their-
I've had it in here.
Their fucking
while.
with their silly accents and the way that they write S's as
Their
F's.
knife toting ways.
Yeah, and they hold them fucking like pussies.
Yeah.
Who wear wigs. Fucking fags.
Syphilis. Yes,
Syphilis
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers. Let's keep watching this. I
You know,
think he
the
cries
Confederate
at
flag
some
was
point.
still flown at every NASCAR race everywhere. It was probably
NASCAR.
more prominent than the American flag was.
So
NASCAR.
this is section 2 for Don. Section 1's usually like a desaturation, start the breakdown process, and then once we start the breakdown process, we go in, shatter the ink particle down a little bit more each time. Average tattoo removal
pause real
takes
quick.
probably around 8 to
Look at that. It's literally, maybe there was an afterflag. Maybe if I set it on fire, I said maybe it'd be cooler, right? Like they'd say like, oh wait, what's with that flag on the back? You're like, it's on fire. Okay?
Yeah, I burned it. It's a
You know.
burning flag.
So what's the difference now? Let's say he says that, and I don't know if that's true or not, because obviously it looks like they already removed the. If I was him, I'd have them start removing the flag first, but not the flames. Like, hey, you mind going with the flag first? But there's some people I know. I'm not going to name any names, but they own shirts that have swastikas on them, but instead they have swastikas and there's a circle with a line through it.
Mm-hmm.
If this guy has a Confederate flag that's on fire, how is that any
It's like
different?
Ghostbusters. Just there's an X on it.
Nazis, no Nazis over here. Who you
No,
gonna
I'm
call?
busting the Nazis, guys.
Who you
I'm a
gonna
Nazi
call?
buster.
Gestapo. I ain't afraid of no Nazi Jews.
I ain't afraid of no SS.
I ain't afraid of no Jews. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, go ahead. It's a thought that I had. Right?
for full removal.
Just because I wasn't educated on it didn't mean it didn't exist. And I guess I just lost out on the idea that a flag is more than just a piece of cloth. It actually is a
But
symbol.
what
that
about your
represents
personal
something.
truth?
And for a lot of people,
Doesn't that
is
mean anything?
representative of
Who gets to
an
use personal?
idea
Okay, stop thinking.
that-
That's enough of this fucking wiener. What happened to personal truth? If we're gonna live by some sort of weird like truth standards, we remember that story we did the other week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, about the girl who was kicked out of the cafeteria or something, right? And
She was eating in a dorm that was supposed to be blocked off, like just closed,
Right.
and unused. And of course, it was my personal truth. And
well, even the story
insert-
that covered it, like, showed that there was an investigation and no racial bias. Basically,
none
she called.
whatsoever.
Basically, the security guard came in and kicked her out,
Yeah.
and she was black, and she's like, "What? Because I'm a black? Fuck you, motherfucker!" And no, it wasn't because you're black. It's because you're in a restricted area, which is what he was trying to say. But anyways, this whole story comes out, and then they had the audacity to say something to the effect like, "This story reflects matters of her personal truth and the facts that are at odds with it or something like that. Where's this guy's personal truth? This is not a fucking slave flag, okay? This is not a fucking swastika, okay? This here is a Buddhist symbol.
Yeah.
You know? What's stopping anybody? And by the way, if you do have any of those symbols on you, you should probably like close them off and make like the Windows symbol if you have a swastika. I mean, that's an easy transition, right? Turn a swastika into like the Windows symbol. It's already like a square, right? You just
Build
have to
a
like
frame
close it
around
up,
it, guys.
color one each, blue, green, red, fucking whatever colors.
Put the little fucking Friends knocker on it, or the little peephole.
Yeah,
All
and
over
then
it.
the flag, the little streak behind it.
Yeah.
It's Windows. And you're like, hey, well, fucking, would you rather have Windows or a Swazi on there? I'll go with the Windows, bro, any fucking day. All
No,
right,
I'm just a hardcore Windows fan. That's all.
I'm just fucking man,
Windows ME.
You know,
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking, we got you PC, you or Mac. Pfft, let me show you something real quick. You got some time? Check this out.
Windows, bitch.
Fuck you. All right, let's go into. I think we can finish off with let's do this Matt Getz thing. I don't know what to think about it. I don't really care yet because I hold all these sort of sexual allegation things to. I wait, just like any sort of rational person should, and maybe the reason why I bring this up. We'll just read what the facts, and then you could be mad at this human Ken doll, but
So, are you saying you don't believe all his accusers, or you believe?
I'm just saying this guy's a very handsome politician that probably fucked a lot of fucking chicks, and some of them probably lied to him about his age.
like SPM.
SPM?
Yeah,
What's that?
South Park Mexican. He's in jail because he had sex with a undercoat or minor, I guess.
Right.
But she said she was older, but it turned out she was younger.
And then how did
He's
someone
in jail.
find out?
I think she went around telling.
What the?
And then he's in jail. He's been in jail since like fucking like late 90s.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
Wasn't she a consenting adult? Well, we can't let the 15-year-old consent, but we can let them consent to change their fucking sex. Okay, that's another story. Some other time. This
Says
one,
in 02 he was convicted.
Okay.
So yeah.
South Park Mexican.
Yeah.
That makes me think that what is this South Park bit? Like it's a South Park Mexican, like the only Mexican that comes to town. What's his name? Fucking David. He comes to town. He's like drives his little bicicleta. Go ahead, say you drive a bicicleta. And yeah, that's the Yelp reviewer one. You remember that?
Dude, I one of the last ones I did see was the ones where they have the little emo kids where he's like, I'm a conformist, nonconformist, whatever. And he's like, I'm such a nonconformist, I'm not gonna conform to you guys. And they're like, oh shit.
Dude.
I think that was one of the last ones I saw.
Yeah, they're nonconformists.
early.
That was always funny. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
nonconformist, but you got to. They even made a joke about it. Like Stan joins them, or no, it's Butters. Maybe it was Stan. No, yeah, Stan.
yeah.
Stan joins them, and it's like you got to be a nonconformist, which means you got to wear all the same clothing as us. You got to listen to the same music.
You gotta conform
So
to
good.
us. But be nonconformist. Yeah.
All right, so let's read this from Axios. Matt Gaetz says he's under federal investigation for sexual misconduct. He says it. He came out and said it. He said it, okay? Representative Matt Gaetz, a Republican from Florida, one of the nation's rising star conservative firebrands, told Axios, I love that. I want to be known that way right there. Can someone start saying that? One of the nation's rising star libertarian firebrands. Let me go ahead and can you save that little line that I'm going to use that in the next intro. My name is Los. I am one of the nation's rising star libertarian firebrands. Anyways, I'm on a tangent. He told Axios he's under federal investigation. That's like I said. And what he is saying is, quote, the allegations against me are searing as they are false. Gaetz said in a 13-minute phone interview with Axios, quote, I believe that there are people at the Department of Justice who are trying to criminalize my sexual conduct, when I was a single guy.
Hey.
And come on, the guy is a handsome guy. Like, come on, are we?
And he's in Florida.
He's got tan. The hair poofs up. He almost looks like like a stouter, better looking.
He looks like Eddie Munster grown.
Yeah, a bit with the eyebrows. I was
Yeah.
gonna say he's got Conan O'Brien hair a bit. Not in that picture. Can you look up another picture of him? He's got like some. I would like my hair to look like this. Actually, it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good look.
Little pompadour.
Yeah, look at that. It's a pretty. Okay, not that one. Let's go. Yeah, look at. See, I like that big old swoop there with the part goes up a little
right
bit.
there.
Defies
that's
gravity.
a Conan O'Brien right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he talks like that, and it just moves.
It's like a rooster a bit.
Yeah.
A pompadour.
Yeah,
That's what you were saying,
pompadour,
right?
yeah.
Pompadour. It's also I also like it because of his cultural appropriation. That's my favorite part about his haircut. Yeah. Anyways, look at him. He looks like Jason Bateman a bit, almost. No, and he looks like Mitt Romney almost. Like they almost had like a baby together.
He's kind of like a fat Ricky Martin in that one.
Yeah. Looks like a white Ricky Martin in general. No, you know who he looks like? He looks like that one preacher, televangelist that
Yeah.
blows air at. He's got the eyebrows. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to blow COVID away.
Yeah.
He just looks like the devil incarnate. All right, anyways, that's Matt Gaetz there, okay? Here's the big picture. Gaetz, who's only 38 years old, I thought he'd be like in his mid-40s. He said the specifics of the allegations are unclear, and he has been told very little, but the New York Times reported late Tuesday afternoon that the Justice Department is investigating Gaetz over whether he had sexual relationship with a 17-year-old and paid for her to travel with him. The allegations...
Isn't legal consent in Florida like 14?
It may be. I don't know, but this is ridiculous. I'm not defending any of this, but I'd like to see the facts here. And it sounds like someone was trying to extort. That's what he says. I don't know if anyone's trying to extort him. It sounds like
Nope.
this is what you
Age
do.
of consent in Florida is 18.
18,
Oh,
so that's
shit,
even. Yeah.
so he did a no-no.
But he may not have been in Florida. He may have been somewhere else. You know.
Alabama.
I don't know. Alabama. That's his cousin. The allegations of sexual misconduct against me are false, Gaetz told Axios. They are rooted in an extortion effort against my family for $25 million in exchange for making this case go away. He released the name of the person who... So,
Who was trying to extort?
you know, this is an easy move for a Republican to go, yeah, this guy was just trying to extort me, whatever. Like, I didn't do any of that stuff, and prove it.
Yeah.
This guy goes on Tucker Carlson and says he names the DOJ, the former DOJ employer or whatever,
Employee
who's
that's
trying to
going
get
after
him.
Yeah.
Are you looking that up? No, he's typing.
No, what am I supposed to look up?
I was about to say you looking up the show. But I got all
The
no,
name of
Matt
the
Gaetz,
former district of Department of Justice that he named.
Matt Gaetz went on Tucker
Oh.
and said and revealed who was his extortioner. Extortioner. What a sweet name for like a heavy metal band. Extortioner.
So we're not saying blackmailer anymore? Blackmail?
Well, blackmail it would mean that you actually did it.
Ah,
Extortion is that you're going to make up like a
with
story.
intent. Okay.
So there's that.
Because they were
fine
trying
line.
to get like millions out of them, right? Like 25 million?
25 fucking
Yeah.
big ones, man.
Big one. Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's right. Let's note here, he later said in a statement released on Tuesday night that he and his family had, over the past several weeks, been victims of an organized criminal extortion involving a former DOJ official, seeking $25 million while threatening to smear my name. We have been cooperating with federal authorities in this matter, and my father has even been wearing a wire at the FBI's direction to catch these criminals. Oh, my. The planted leak to the New York Times tonight was intended to thwart that investigation. No part of the allegations against me are true, and the people pushing these lies are targets of the ongoing extortion investigation. I demand the DOJ immediately release these tapes made at their direction, which would implicate their former colleague in crimes against me based on false allegations. Sounds like he's got the documents.
So the reason they're attacking him is because he's like this uprising, like, you know, like, is he like trying to be president one day?
Well, he
or-
was, he was behind a lot of the president sing, like back in the president, a lot of stuff, and including his part in the Capitol riot, January 6th.
Okay.
He was.
But this is kind of the attempt to like slow him down.
Yeah, of course.
This is the grab him by the pussy.
What he says is offensive to everybody except us.
I've never heard of this guy before.
He's one of those ones you're like,
Today.
fuck yeah. You know Jim Jordan?
No.
Yeah, that's one of those ones when you hear him, you're like, fuck yes, dude.
Yeah.
He's like on our side. You hear Rand Paul, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Everybody else, they're shit. They're
David
shit.
McGee.
Who the fuck's David McGee?
He's the former DOJ official.
Oh yeah, that's right, David McGee. I remember because I like to say Poopy McGee a lot. So he's his cousin, I guess, right? David McGee. So he straight up called out his name. This is an exciting story.
Yeah.
You know, let's
Like
see
a
what
good-
they got here, you know, and only can play out. Remember, that shit was all said, and he's a Republican, so take that with a grain of salt. Just like we would with any sort of politician. Of course, the guy was probably fucking a 17-year-old. Right?
It's Florida.
It's Florida.
That's all you gotta say.
She probably, dude, he probably met her on the beach. She was wearing one of them.
Spring break.
We're talking about a 17-year-old, so
Daytona
we
Beach.
should cool it here because that's not
Oh,
cool.
no.
I mean, in the eyes of the law, it's not cool.
In the eyes of the Lord, it's not good.
In the eyes of the
Before
Lord,
marriage,
you'd be-
no sir.
Not me, sir. You see my crucifix, motherfucker? God damn. Oop, I apologize, Lord.
You know, I got over 25 million just in case somebody sues me.
All right,
What's up?
we only got a few minutes left to get AOC going. Let's put on the AOC music. AOC. All right.
Charge.
What was it? How did the Duke one go?
I fucking already forgot it.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. We're getting it on one more time, and then it's AOC. Is this AOC? Oh yeah, this is AOC. I thought you were getting the Duke up. Good.
Oh shit.
All right, go back and let's listen to this in full screen.
Oh.
AOC. Well, I need to cut that and have like AOC like playing or saying something like but playing her when she was trying to code talk to that group. We're gonna go out there. We're show them that we're not scared. All right. What's up, girlfriend?
First of all, just gut check, stop. Anyone who's using the term surge around you consciously is trying to invoke a militaristic
All
frame.
right, pause.
And that's a
I as soon as I heard this, I disowned and defriended all my friends named Sergio on my Facebook.
Oh.
I am not associated with any sort of
Fucking
surge.
good
okay?
move, bro. That's a good move.
I even threw away all my System of a Down records.
Surge trigger.
What other surges do you know?
The drink.
No
No more surge drink.
more surge drink because it's a militaristic, word. And I guess we'll get into that in a second. So keep playing there. That's what I wanted to say there. Go ahead.
problem because this is not a surge. These are children.
Purge.
And they are not insurgents. And we are not being invaded.
Okay, stop.
Which, by the way,
So first, I wanted to go back and she said, if you consciously say surge.
Yeah. That kind of-
Consciously, like as opposed to like unconsciously. Surge.
Well, I was
that's totally
reading
cool.
in a medical journal that the only word people who are in an unconscious vegetative state is surge.
Really?
Like it's I don't know. I've read that somewhere.
That's put on the hard hat right there.
Fucking-
He put on the hard hat.
Fucking reader over there.
So she also says it's not a surge, they're children. So I just wanted to know what surge meant. So if you can go to that link that I put and provided there and make sure you keep Chapete up there. We'll get back to her in just a second there. Of course. And then we have some Chapete facts for you.
surge.
A surge. A surge is a sudden, strong swelling like a tsunami wave that engulfs the land. That's the way you're supposed to say tsunami. Like you're supposed to kind of throw the T in there. Try it. Tsunami.
Wave.
Tsunami.
Wave.
Tsunami.
Wave.
Tsunami. Although a surge offers a fluid image, anything can experience a sudden surge, including emotions, political support, or an angry mob of Mexicans at the border. It doesn't say that, okay?
Oh, here we go.
The original
it is
Latin
a
word.
Latin
It's surgir,
Descent.
meaning to spring up or rise. Serves as the basis of the word surge. Okay, so
Surge.
it's so weird. Let's go back to her video
Surge.
and just back it up a few seconds, and let's continue on here.
Being invaded, which, by the way, is a white supremacist idea.
Okay, stop real quick.
Philosophy.
Go back to where she just said here. She just said that using the word invade is a white supremacist idea. It's a philosophy.
Okay.
The most ridiculous thing I've ever heard here. Yes, this is the old white supremacy move. Let's turning words into things that they don't mean. But it's not like the whites are the only ones that use the invade. I mean, didn't white folks literally invade and take over Native American lands? And they say, "Oh, white man, invade our space, take our land.
I've seen that movie.
Fuck with us.
Yeah.
Give us blanket of." See,
What about the Mongols invading everybody?
fucking Mongols came by, tried to be friends with them, wouldn't smoke upon the pizza pipe. Said, I don't know why you turned Italian there, but he's like, my
Pizza
people,
pipe.
I'm a Native American Italian. On my sister's
Pizza
side.
pipe.
Okay, go ahead.
Is a white supremacist
Thing.
idea.
You know the thing.
Philosophy. The idea that if an other is coming in the population, that this is like an invasion of who we are.
No one's really saying it's an invasion of who we are. It's just literally, think about this. You're in line at HEB, and you've been waiting. It's a pretty long line. Think about the lines that we had when we had the toilet, when people were, hoarding toilet papers.
Yeah.
You know how long the lines were? Imagine you're standing in there, and it's been about an hour. Let's say it's been, hours. 3 hours. Let's say in 3 hours you need your phone, you need a toilet paper.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you start seeing a surge of people just walking up. They just got out of their car, like a clown car, and started walking right into HEB. You'd be like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And then they end up closing the store. But they go, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I like to think that that's how the people that came here legally feel about this. I mean, my mother is one of those people that would say, we did it the right way.
Yeah. My parents did it the wrong way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They came here illegally in 74, 75.
What happened to them?
Reagan and the whole, amnesty.
He gave everybody amnesty
Yeah.
that was already here?
Yeah.
See, I thought that'd be a good idea for, but the only way that we can make that work is to completely close off the border.
Yeah. And
Like,
then
okay,
whoever's
everybody's here, but it can't be, I guess you could, but you could say, okay, January 1st, 2022, we close off the border. Anyone that's here, you will become an American citizen, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then anyone after that, let's enforce the hell out of the fucking border.
It's
Isn't
funny
that fair?
because I was at my parents' house the other day and they're watching the news, and the news is like
Oh, we got to hurry up. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well, the news, they actually have newscasters like on the border walking with these, immigrants coming over.
Right.
And my parents are like, oh, pobrecitos, they're stuff.
Pobrecito.
And my dad was like, yeah, but they really shouldn't be here. If they want to be here, they should do it the legal way. Because he's all fucking uppity and high and mighty because he's fucking legal now and shit. And he's like, yeah, it's just going to fuck up our taxes and this and that. I'm like, God damn, Dad, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, see, that's what I'm saying. They are paying. Some would argue that they do, but that's for a whole different time to talk
Yeah.
about that. We gotta go and drop out of here off of Channel 10. If you guys like our content, the thing. We will continue on YouTube and Facebook. So for
And the
Brandon the
face?
Hardhead Mitchell, for Rick, for Los.
Who's on call?
Yeah, don't forget to watch Who's on Call. We'll see you guys some other time. You know the thing. All right, we are back. Okay, cool. That thing's sort of better on time now. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess it's close enough.
Yeah.
Did you update it
Full
or
disclosure, no, I had it on airplane mode.
Oh,
So it had
damn
drifted a little bit because things charge faster on airplane mode.
Yeah.
And I had left it on there, and so it drifted, a little bit over the several weeks.
Yeah.
And when I repositioned it today, I was checking it. Oh, it's on airplane mode. And then I watched it. I was like, oh, I'm going to watch it jump. And it jumped like probably 12, 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So,
Okay,
my
so
fault.
welcome back, you guys. This is The Other Side. Welcome to The Other Side. Maybe that's what we can call
Somebody
this.
call us.
Oh, the number is down below. Has it been down below?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there a few times.
830-875-0637.
That's right.
Give us a call.
Maybe nobody's watching. How many do we have? Anybody watching?
I
Nobody
mean,
watches us.
there's
on
a
Thursdays.
handful.
Dude, Texas is open up.
That's what I was about to say.
Nobody's home. Everybody's out drinking. Everybody's at their homie's house.
I think
Everybody's
maybe
up
that's why we were
6th
against
Street.
Friday night shows.
Probably.
Let's do this AOC fax meme because somebody has to, of course, suck the tit of AOC because she's just a fresh face and she's so God, she's just great. And so here's the claim. This comes from
Cortez.
Yeah, I know it's Cortez. You chapete. Now you're a chapete.
What the fuck is Japete come from? I don't know. Dude. I don't fucking listen to the news.
I don't know what chapete means. Fucking David said it. And I was like,
Yeah,
this is perfect.
you gotta go way back. We'll play you that clip
Okay.
later after the show.
I
Or I
just
can probably
assumed-
find
Yeah, I
it.
appreciate that.
I just assumed I was speaking a Spanish word that everybody understood. You know what that is? too?
Pendejo means my really good friend.
Yeah, pendejo. Hey,
Hey,
pendejos.
pendejo.
No, this happened when I was in high school. Because I had a friend that used to say like "pela," right?
Yeah.
Pela.
Pelamela.
Yeah, pela. That's what we do. We just go pela.
They
It's
go,
great.
toma, way.
And like I would go, what does pela mean? It's like peeling a banana. That's like roughly translated,
Pull my
right?
foreskin back, bitch.
Pulling it back, right? And yeah, forever I didn't know what that meant. I was like, Bella, banana peeling. Anyways, so here's the AOC fax meme. You chapetes. The claim: Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez achieved a number of things in science, economics before she was elected. And a small asteroid is named after her. Oh, well, we got to check this. We got to see if this is factual.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's true. Because, yes, people are claiming that, right? And people are going, we need to go check if this is true, right? Okay. All right. Listen to this. On March 14th, 2019, the Facebook page Occupy Democrats shared a meme archived here, making a number of claims about U.S. Representative Ocasio-Chapete. In high school, she won second place at the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair with her potato in a glass. In a show of appreciation for her efforts, the MIT Lincoln Laboratory named a small asteroid after her, the 23238 cocksucker. She attended Boston University. That's not what it says. That says Ocasio-Cortez. I'm sorry. She attended Boston University where she had a John F. Lopez Fellowship. During college, she interned in the Immigration U.S. Office for the U.S. Senator Ted Kennedy. Oh, she worked in that, right? Interned. She graduated cum laude.
You know what interns do, right?
Well, they cum laude at Boston University. You know what I'm saying?
With blue dresses.
She College of Arts and Sciences in 2011, double majoring in international relations and economics. Before you attack Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, make sure you're on her level.
Get on my level.
And next to the photo, that's the photograph there. Although the meme made numerous biographical claims, it did not include any citations. However, an attachment status update read "Public Service Announcement." In order of appearance, the claims were Ocasio won second place at the Intel STEM Fair. True, all this stuff is true. So basically, it's all true, right?
Yeah.
But that part doesn't bother anybody. It doesn't bother me. The last part bothers me. Before you attack Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, make sure you're on her level.
That's in all caps, too.
I'm so sorry I'm not an elitist here. So sorry I don't have a list of achievements to offer my opinion on things. So sorry I wasn't an elite POC upcoming area growing up in fucking the nice side of fucking Brooklyn or whatever. Yorkshire. It's called Yorkshire. Trust me, it's fucking it's affluent as fuck. It's affluent AF.
The hoop earrings keep her grounded, though.
I'm from
Keep the
I'm
Latina.
Chapete from the block, puto. Hey, Otto, I'm in tamale. Not tamales, damale, puto. Yes. Ese.
Demolish.
Damalish. All right. But yeah, that's what always bothers me. When people will flaunt their supposed degree. Oh, well, do you have a degree in economics? Oh, do you have a degree? No, I didn't go to school. Do you? What do you have a degree in? Well, you're fucking nobody. You're stupid. You're fucking clown shoes. Now, I don't hear that much often because I don't engage with people that are beyond me. Oh, I just remember that video we're going to watch. It's going to be so good. Anyways, what do you guys think about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? It doesn't matter.
Well, isn't that the same thing? Like, you know, someone with the rebel flag, right? They weren't there for the rebellion. They weren't there fighting, you know, for the South. And it's kind of like the same thing with like somebody who's like a huge Cowboys fan, who's like, oh yeah, we fucking did it. We did this, that. Isn't that kind of the same thing? Like, you know, they're backing up her, saying like, oh, she's got all these qualifications and you can't touch it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's
Yeah. Well, what can I say? She has so many people that back her up. When I don't know if she's really accomplished much, she's just got the loudest voice out there. She's obviously the video we watched was her on Snapchat. Somebody edited it to have these words printed down on there, so it was all hip and anyone can read it. I mean, this is, I don't know if you can call it staged.
But I'm saying, like, the people defending her, they're like, oh, she's on my team. So it's like,
of course.
those are my degrees now because she's
I see what you mean. Yeah. What she says is because obviously she's a scientist, as you can see from all of her.
Yeah. And I'm on her team, so.
Therefore, I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
But you know, doctors aren't really scientists. You know, they assign sex at birth. And, you know, sex is a made up thing. All right. If you weren't privileged like this POC, you need to shut the fuck up, peon. You're probably a white dude. Fuck off. That's what I say to all you righties. Let's watch a funny video, and I just want you to just watch it, okay? Just watch this.
All right, there's a classic prank where you hate up a baby Ruth and people think it's dog shit. Well, I really have dog shit, and we're gonna see if it works on Tim. Okay, watch this shit. Hey Tim. What's up? You want to try some of this?
What is it?
It's dog shit.
That ain't dog shit.
Dude, eat it.
Huh?
Oh, it's dog shit.
Oh my god. Fuck off.
That is dog shit.
That is dog shit.
Well, we gotta play it again.
What do you want to hear?
Press back.
Oh, you want it again?
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
I want to
hell,
watch
dude.
that again.
All right, there's
Turn
a
it
classic
down, though.
prank where you hate up a baby Ruth and people think it's dog shit.
Tell this Daily
I
Mushing
really
you
have dog
understand.
shit, and we're gonna see if it works
Baby
on
Ruthie.
Tim. Okay, watch this. shit.
Fucking
Hey Tim.
Brian Posehn's fucking savage.
Yeah, dude, he's looking good today. Looking
Yeah, he
trim.
is.
What is it?
It's dog shit.
That ain't dog shit.
Dude, eat it.
Huh?
Oh, it's dog shit.
All right, boys. Is this real or fake?
It's fake.
I agree. I think that there was plenty of time to set this up and say, you know, grab like some milk or something and you know,
Yeah, because the way it pans closer
hands
to
off
him.
for a moment.
Yeah.
But boy, at first I watched that and I go, that is so fucking hilarious. God, I miss playing funny videos on this thing, dude. I went on our studio, our YouTube studio, and I saw like the strike we have, and I thought they proactively did it. This is from back in September, so like I was like, oh fuck, damn, did we get blocked again? But no, yeah, the stupid things that we like to watch can get us in trouble.
Yeah.
Because
You
you
gotta
can't show
have
like
that-
child you can't show kids fighting anymore. You can't show fights. You can't show like graphic fighting anymore. And I love like watching people get knocked out.
Yeah. I do too, to an extent. Like I like brawls where like, you know, the bully gets knocked out. But like if it's somebody knocking somebody else and then else out and then like kicking them repeatedly in the head with nobody stopping them, I'm like, no, fuck that shit.
Yeah, you can't take it too far. I
Yeah.
mean, as soon as he hits the ground, he's knocked out. You
Walk
done.
away.
Back.
Yeah.
Remember
It's,
the videos that we'd play? We'd play a few minutes leading up to the fight.
Yeah, who's gonna
and
get
then
knocked
pause it, and then who gets knocked out?
Yeah, those were fun.
It's
That's a fun
almost
game.
always the guy who takes off his shirt or is shirtless.
Yeah, or has the most tattoos. He's getting knocked out.
How can we
usually
make
how it
that
works.
like? You know how they have that React video, those React videos where they have people like try not to like laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we do that with fighting ones? Like we have them watch fighting videos, and they try not to.
But see, those videos, they don't show the video.
They do show the video.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way they can do it is because they're reacting to.
I mean,
the
that's
video.
exactly what we do. We're reacting
Yeah.
to the videos, but we get fucking strikes.
Well,
So,
they got lawyers, and we don't want to fight
Yeah,
fair use
exactly.
law.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trying to say, like they get to watch fights, and before it starts, they get to see a still of it, and they go, okay, so one of these two are gonna get knocked out. Pick
Yeah.
which one,
which one?
and then they
Maybe you need to get one of those air horns, and like and then that like interrupts it. Like, oh, no, you didn't have that in your original one, so fuck off.
Just
This is ours.
Yeah.
Made
there you
our
go.
own.
Yeah, but we're literally
We're changing it.
Yeah.
well.
No. The original is doon 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 doon. Ours is doon 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 doon.
It's the extra tick.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's that extra doom
It's that,
doom
yeah,
doom.
it's
Yeah.
the extra one.
You don't understand.
It's completely original.
Technically,
Man, worse
he's
than
right.
your mother.
Okay, and let's go into Georgia's new voting laws, and we're going to talk about these from both sides here because I like to go to the flip side. And the flip side is a great publication for learning what the right and the left are saying on certain topics.
And it's a good emailed newsletter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it great?
I read it every morning when I'm pooping.
On the shitter?
Yeah.
That sounds
Every
like a shitter
morning.
move.
Because I get it at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like it because it gives you both of those sides, and you get to see what kind of arguments you're going to be hearing from the left and you're going to be hearing from the right.
Ah, that's pretty
And
dope.
Yeah.
It's very useful. And so what we have today is the Georgia election overhaul from March 29th, 2021 on theflipside.io. My man, check it out. It's a really good publication. We can rep that shit now because we are off the air on Channel 10.
Boom.
Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp on Thursday signed a massive overhaul of election laws shortly after the Republican-controlled state legislature approved it. The bill enacts new limitations on mail-in voting, expands most voters' access to in-person early voting, and caps a months-long battle over voting in a battleground state. This comes from NPR. And we can read the full text of the law here. It's like hundreds of pages.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that. So
Some of the highlighted ones, though.
we're going to go back and forth to what do you got there?
Who voted for it?
Oh,
No,
the
this
sponsors.
was just literally that link. View a full text.
Oh
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
law.
Go down and see. Let's see. Yeah, anyways, we'll go back to this here. We got from the right. The right supports the new law, arguing that it is a reasonable effort to improve election security in line with policies in other states. What does the left say, Rick?
The left opposes the new law, arguing that it is unnecessarily and aimed at reducing turnout among Democratic voters.
Okay, so the right is definitely saying that we need to secure our elections. Don't you agree? But the left is saying, well, these sort of restrictions are going to keep black people from voting and Democrats from voting. It's going to, they like to use the word voter suppression.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't, we're not trying to take your guns. We just want to know how many guns you have. Oh, you know? All right, so we're gonna go to the right here, and this first one is a longer one coming from the Wall Street Journal, and I think these are all like op-eds basically, and I like that it has people's opinions from these two sides here, and from reputable sources, except this one on the right here from Salon. Like, come on, nobody reads Salon, you fucking turds. The comparison to Jim Crow laws by Biden, Eagle Crow, because they make Jim Crow law look like Jim Eagle. Waka waka, boys. Come on, man. President erect. That actually was a funny one. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know what Jim Eagle was, but it's a good joke. Georgia's new law leaves in place Sunday voting a point of contention with earlier proposals, given that black churches have a quote souls to the polls tradition after services. That's sort of nice, Come on, all right, we're gonna get out there and we're gonna rally for Jesus. Come on with me, vote for Jesus. Georgia's new laws.
I really like that saying though. Souls to the polls. That's pretty.
Soul
dope.
to the polls, right?
I like it.
The legislature
I'll vote.
decided to expand weekend early voting statewide, requiring 2 Saturdays instead of 1 under current law. In total, Georgia offers 3 weeks of early voting, which began last year on October 12th. This is not exactly restrictive. Compare that to early voting, which got started October 24th last year in New York. Yeah, this seems weird, right? They would say they are reducing the way that people can vote. But this, first of all, you have 3 weeks of early voting.
Yeah,
That is
you've got
incredibly a
time.
long time to vote. And if you plan on coming on the last day, then why not? Like, why are you defending the people that decide to come on the last day? Because, hello, the last day is election day, where Republicans are like, we would just rather have election day.
Yeah.
That seems weird, right?
It does seem weird. One of the weirdest things that I did read on there was that they're going to make it illegal for somebody to give somebody water. While they're
Yes.
standing in
So
line.
you're going to hear that
That was
there.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, so you can't even give someone dang old bottle of water in line. What kind of stuff is that? Not in my America. I'm Biden. Come on, man. Trump stoked. This comes from Salon. Trump stoked unfounded fear. I shouldn't read it like that. I got to be unbiased. Trump stoked unfounded fears about mail-in voting without any evidence 4 months before the election as he floundered in the polls. He continued to claim that the election was somehow rigged or stolen after his loss, but failed to provide any evidence, losing every legal battle in the process. Did he actually lose it? They didn't actually look at it, so that's not really losing. It's just sort of uncontested. Dozens of election. I could be wrong. Am I wrong about that? Did
I
he
didn't pay
actually
attention.
lose anything?
No,
Well-
because if you say lose, you imply that they actually went to trial, they heard both sides and made a ruling, whereas in this case, they just didn't even
Didn't
take
they
it
go
up.
to to trial with his impeachment a couple of times?
I think, in Congress.
So would he be a winner?
Ooh,
in that-
Winner,
in that
yeah.
point?
possibly.
Two-time impeachment champion. I remember that Rocky meme came out with him. I think right after that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like fucking Rocky champion, right? The memes during we're gonna miss. Even Biden said it. He's like,
I missed
that.
just the whole entire election. Like whenever like a candidate would drop out, the Heaven's Gate with all the
Would
other
open up.
dude.
Yeah.
I looked forward to those, man. They were so amazing.
It was a good election. It was a fun election season.
Was I a good meme?
I mean, we didn't even think Joe Biden. We didn't, dude. Go back. We didn't even think Joe Biden would even be viable, dude. We
Not
were
at
like,
all.
no, he didn't.
He's still not viable.
Bernie got stolen again. Remember Bernie lost to
dude,
Hillary last time?
That's my biggest pet peeve about like Democrats right now is that twice your guy was stolen in your fucking face. It should have been Bernie, and it should have been Tulsi Gabbard as his vice president.
Hell yeah.
Why does
And
everyone think fucking Tulsi Gabbard is this, like great? She's like okay.
well,
Her
she's
gun
okay,
stance
but
is fucking
she's
shit.
honestly she's the one that kicked out Kamala Harris.
She did call her out. That shit
Yeah,
was
she
funny.
debated the fuck out of her.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit after that, Kamala's like, all right, I'm out.
How do you
And
think?
she was the only candidate of all of those people who was willing to go out and talk to pretty much anybody.
Yeah, the conservative side.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
conservative side, libertarian, anybody.
Yeah, anybody, and she,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We're still waiting for your reply, Tulsi, to come on the show.
Yeah, her and fucking JoJo.
Oh, Jo
Jo
Jorgensen.
Jorgensen.
I heard she's back at it again. She's
She
gonna run.
should, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to support her this time.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can I say? I supported her last time, but I didn't want to lose that vote to Joe Biden, Joe Toboggan, Mantis Toboggan.
I heard Doug Stanhope had a really clever thing.
Tell me.
He's like, All right, so
All right, man. Let me tell you, I'm Doug Stanhope.
I fucking love Doug Stanhope.
Dude, he's so funny.
He's fucking great.
Remember his episode in Louis?
I never watched that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
heard
good
it
episode.
was
But go
fucking
ahead.
great.
Sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you.
So he was like, "Oh, he was like, so if we're all in agreement with like all these genders, right? There's over 78 genders now, and we have to agree with it, and everybody has their, bi, lesbian, trans, this and that gender. All right, let's all agree to it, right? Why can't we do that when it comes to political views? Like, why do I have to be set in either red or blue? Like, I can't be in between. Like, I can't go in between. Like, there's just two set parties.
There's a problem with parliamentary politics, though. I mean, let's say we do go that way, right? And like they're all, like everybody's involved. All the parties are involved in this system. It's not just-
Bipartisan?
More than bipartisan. It
Yeah.
would be fucking omnipartisan, right? Because if you had parliamentary, let's go 10 political parties, and somehow we made it so that there was a president, but it was divided in so many different categories. You had all these different representatives, like the way Parliament does.
Yeah.
I have no idea how they do
In
it.
England.
Yeah, they
Whigs.
have houses of parliaments or
Yeah.
whatever. But what I was getting with is that what they have to do is they all come up to a vote. They have all these different houses of parliament,
Yeah.
and they all come to a vote, and they decide law.
And it could be like all fucked up. Like everybody's
Right,
not
you
on
could
the
have,
same-
let's say you can have 50 or
5 votes
49% over here,
10 votes.
and then let's say you had 49% of the vote, and you needed, let's say we all had 50% of the vote. You got all these other factions to go with you, and you're going, oh fuck, and then you have the other side that's got 50 as well, or 49.9. Somebody needs that extra one, and that extra party is the Nazi party, and so you're like, okay. We need to team up with the Nazis somehow, because if we give everybody like a parliamentary, like that's not what I'm into. I would like to see more parties being able to be viable candidate, but I don't know how that works in the American
our
voting system.
yeah.
But in the parliamentary, that's, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's how it
I
works.
think, yeah, you're right.
And they would have to team up with the worst people, and they would be supporting things that we would in America go, well, Hitler had a dog, and of course anyone that's got a dog in America is Hitler. But in that fashion, of course, not everybody that has a dog is Hitler, just the ones with the toothbrush
Just the ones
mustaches.
with that mustache.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Keep going here. He lost every legal battle in the process. Dozens of election challenges failed to uncover any evidence of widespread fraud at all. Yeah, it wasn't widespread that we can catch. We talked about that with Project Veritas, who are like actual legitimate journalists in a world of fucking activist journalists. Yeah, they may have a leaning right thing, but they don't. It's not like they show that in their bias. They pull down Republicans and Democrats alike. It's just the Democrats who are pissing everybody off mostly on the right, and for good reason. They are everywhere. We showed Project Veritas. They released video of the migrant facility. The cages, the space burritos, if you will, the to go,
Chipotle.
para llevar, all that good shit. Anyways,
Para llevar.
you wanted that? You got some foil? Fuck, I gotta put that shit in there, man. Of course I want that.
Para llevar. Got it.
Para aquí, para llevar. Widespread fraud at all. Yeah, we talked about it. It could have been something that they found a lot of voter fraud. They didn't, whether it was widespread or not, we can't determine that. Anyways, I don't know. I don't fucking care either. You guys won. Evidence of widespread fraud at all, as did multiple Republican-led audits and recounts of close vote counts in states like Arizona and Georgia, even where law enforcement investigated allegations of fraud and found no evidence. So he says this guy is just sort of saying Trump stoked these fears. Now, he's the one that got the Republicans, because anything Trump says, the Republicans will follow. And, of course, because he was wrong on every factor of voting fraud. Obviously, this is another attempt at trying to win, even though he's going to lose like a motherfucker. You know what I don't get? Biden won by like 10 million fucking votes. Like, what are they afraid of again? You know,
Yeah.
let everybody vote. Do you think he's going to be able to get rid of 10 million fucking votes? Like, be able to do that by getting rid of reducing the hours or not being able to give people water in line? You know,
Yeah.
like he's going to get rid of 10 million because of this.
Taking away that extra week.
And of course,
to
this
vote.
is only just in Georgia.
Yeah.
Kemp claimed, and we'll continue on from the left here. Kemp claimed that the state's new voting bill is intended to make elections more secure, accessible, and fair. That argument rings hollow since even Trump's own Justice Department found no evidence of widespread electoral fraud. Okay, you guys keep jumping into that there.
So real quick, I know somebody who had an absentee vote in his name for Biden here in Austin.
Really? But how did he know? Could he check the status
He
of it?
got called.
He got called.
Yeah, they called him. Like, hey, we just wanted to verify that you voted this one. He's like, no.
Does he have a very Spanish name?
No.
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 Oh,
He's got a very white name.
Okay,
and
like
he's
a
very
John
white.
Smith. I wouldn't imagine why they. I mean, you're a white guy, right?
But like, he's like, yeah, I was registered to vote, but I didn't vote.
Interesting. And they said he voted.
And he voted. Be like, guys, we wanted to verify that you voted. He's like,
So did they not count his vote?
I don't know.
Right?
This was after the election. They called.
I'd like to see now. This is this a stretch because we do everything with our phones and like
Yeah.
online banking. It's so secure to online bank and invest in stocks. Supposedly, right? But why not be able to cast a vote? That way we can have a status of when we voted. We could have a backup.
They got to
of when
lock
we
down
see-
your IP address.
We can see it. They've got our IP address.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. It makes. Listen, if you have fucking TikTok, you can fucking vote. All right, don't fucking give me this like, oh, it's restricting black folk because it's also one of their things is requiring to show a license or I mean an ID of some sort, like a state issued number
like
that you
up
get.
to date.
And of course, the left's move is always saying, well, that disenfranchises black people. You're like, wait a minute, what? How does that disenfranchise
That's
black
Mexicans
people?
too, because I know some Mexicans out there that don't have.
If anything, it disenfranchises illegal aliens who can't get legally obtain an ID. Of course, they could get an ID if they wanted to.
Well,
Fucking
they
it's
closed down
America,
the flea market, so now they can't.
It's a fucking America, though. See, papi.
Nah, dude, I grew up with a whole bunch of friends that didn't have their registration or their license was expired or this and that. So,
anyways,
I mean, they weren't black.
I wanted to read some of the
that
actual law, but I just don't have the time. I don't care. People say this is Republicans are trying to eliminate democracy, but at the same time they're just trying to make it safer. Is it making it so people can't vote? Are they decreasing the 3-week early voting period? Are they decreasing? They've opened up on a Sunday so that fucking folks can what is it called?
Souls for the polls.
Souls for the polls.
Yep.
And that's also the same program that they try to get hookers, strippers, to Jesus.
Souls from the polls.
Souls from the
Is
polls.
that
That's
one.
how we save
Yeah.
everybody here. But yeah, what do you think about this whole thing? I know you may not know all of this stuff, but essentially they were also saying about you couldn't hand out water in line.
Yeah, that
People in line.
was the weirdest one that I saw.
Well, it's true. That's what they're trying to say. But when you're in line, and it says I think within 150 feet of the voting
facility.
station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So not entirely the whole line, but 150 feet.
So it's like, hey, here, vote for Trump.
Oh well, let's say the guy's wearing a Biden shirt and he's handing out water bottles, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and he's like, oh yeah, that Biden supporter, he gave me that
what
water.
if the water bottle's got a wrapper that says fucking Biden Harris, suck it, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you're going to vote. Bring some fucking water with you if you think you're gonna have to be standing in line for Christ's sake. But by the way, you have fucking
Or go 3
early
weeks
voting.
earlier.
Yeah, you've got early fucking voting. So they've made it so easy to vote. We live in such a free country that we can vote for important elections 3 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
In some cases, these absentee ballots were going out before we even knew who was actually going to be running, right? It was like we didn't know if it was going to be Biden or Bernie back then. Was that right? I think that's what it was. And
I don't even
correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm
Anyways.
not going to correct you because I don't know if you're wrong.
All right. Is there anything else I've got on the dock here? Let's see. That's pretty much it. Did you guys think that dog shit video was real or fake?
Nah, it was fake. I feel it was fake because, bro, you can spot these fucking things now.
Yeah.
Like everything's like it's. I don't want to be racist or anything, but a lot of those Asian videos that they have out were like, I can't even describe what they do, but it's like obviously racist. And then all the comments are like, "Oh my god, that was so great! OMG!" Like splitting my sides and shit. I'm like, who are these fucking bots that are fucking commenting?
Hey, can you pull up the Liberty Ladies pod and go to like 1 hour 41 minutes? I would like to listen to Jeff the Georgian, who's a regular caller who's on call.
Oh,
right?
he hasn't called in a while.
Yeah,
Like after his whole bathtub incident, I think we set him straight, and he's
he
like,
can't afford his minutes. I think. Man, can't get no
You guys are
minutes.
off the air before the free minutes hit.
yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, man, then we'll
I mean, he's got to not talk and hit those rollover minutes.
Also, anybody watching us, you want to call in and voice your thoughts on what we talked about. Phone number 830-875-0637.
And Liberty Ladies, I love you.
Give us a call.
We love you. She's
April
family.
Fools.
Rachel's actually my family.
April Fools, I don't like you. I'm
love you,
I'm
Rachel.
just kidding. That was yesterday.
That was so yesterday.
Okay,
That graphic
take it
is pretty
easy.
dope. I like
Okay, take it easy.
that.
All right, so David, our wonderful, he's praying right now, so we won't be able to. I don't think he's going to call in, but he's.
A wonderful Hispanic.
He went on Liberty Ladies broadcast.
It's not that big of a deal, honestly. I'm just expressing what I believe.
So I'm not sure if you heard us.
You wanted to hear Jeff the Texan?
Earlier, but
Jeff the Georgian. He moved to Georgia. Well,
Yeah,
no, I wanted to hear the at 144,
goodness.
just the very end part where he talks about Asians. That part's my favorite.
I'm sorry.
Non-apology, which is why there shouldn't be any beef, because I did a non-apology and said, and it's just.
And I did a non-apology, so there was nothing to apologize about.
Yeah, and we
little
are, and
rep
we
and
squashed
attention
it,
to
right?
fuck.
We
Why not?
talked about it on our last
Look at her.
podcast.
Yep,
And
it's
the
like,
podcast before that, and we totally
I'm so
agree
high.
with you, but you are
I'm
pushing
falling
your
asleep right
opinion
here.
onto us as if,
Yeka looks
if
like she's about
it
to go
were
shooting
a
after
fact that
this.
we went out there
She's
to
got her-
troll, and we're the ones who did it. And we're here
Who's
to
that?
tell you that
Bert
wasn't the
from
reason,
fucking
and
Tremors.
so
Those
you're
glasses.
saying, I'm not saying
Yes.
that you did go out there
Yes.
to troll, and you just need to admit it. And it's like, actually, you were
What
wrong
happened?
in
She,
your
like, fall?
opinion. But you can have your opinion, but it's incorrect because that isn't the reason that we went out there. That's all we're saying. But we definitely don't want beef. We just want you that if you're going to be on your podcast, it doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want. But whenever you put our
Sorry,
podcast
Yeka.
out there and you
Sorry.
say something like that,
Condolences and
we
hats
want to
off.
make sure that we're also
Thoughts
on
and
the,
prayers.
on the other end of it, clearing things up, saying that
TNP.
that is
She's
your
high on
opinion and you're allowed to
painkillers.
have
Yeah.
it.
This is
But this is
I
actually,
get it.
we're the ones who did it.
I've
We're the
done
ones who went out there. We're the ones who talked about the reasons
Lord
we were
knows I
going out
have.
there before we went, and this is the factual information. That's all.
And I was gonna say the one thing that I didn't know that you guys told me when I got here was that
Can
there
you
was
fast
two
forward this?
protests going on. There was masks and no masks.
I guess.
hurt people's feelings.
It's the
Yeah.
closing argument.
Last few years.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
different
yeah,
in
we
this
got these
Facebook
awesome
one, other than
koozies.
opposed to
Two
that
for
link
each,
that
you
I
see?
sent you
Boom.
on your phone.
Mo, you son of a bitch.
Oh, there you
First
go.
of all, I told you that was even my cousin. It's not my fault he didn't show up. All right.
His name is David, too.
Well, you know he got
And he looks just like you.
look. He got drunk off of that moonshine that you gave him last week, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Boy, do you got caught here? That moonshine for white only. Whites only.
Well, you
Okay,
know
you
what?
understand?
Lights only.
You didn't tell me that.
I'll kick your goddamn ass if I see you again. Where you is? Where you is, you
Well,
sons of bitch?
well, I'm
I'll
going-
find you.
I'm going to Mexico.
We're in an
He's angry.
undisclosed
So
location.
angry.
We're in an undisclosed location.
I'll kill you, you Don't let me talk to that dude. I told you, he wound me up like a wine toy, like one of them dogs you wind up and it
He
just
doesn't
back
like Mexicans. He doesn't like Mexicans.
Get
He doesn't sound like
you're talking
He's
to
a
three
racist.
This is
Mexicans
exactly
here.
what we were talking about. You know, you're only proving our point about racism against the Hispanic Mexican community.
We're next.
Yep.
I hate
Hispanics are
the
next.
Asians. They brought us that Chinese flu, and every time I see one, I try to flick them in the face with my fingers. It's pretty funny, and my fingers were just in my butthole. That's why I like to
We
roll.
believe you. We believe.
Were you checking yourself
All right,
for
that's
COVID
it.
or what?
That's my favorite part there. He flicks him in the face with his fingers. And my fingers in my butthole. All right, let's get out of here for the day. You got anything else you want to say today, man? Thanks for
Hey,
filling in
man.
for David.
Yeah,
It's fun having you around.
I'm glad I'm actually coherent this time.
You.
I don't know if y'all
you were
tuned
pretty
in
drunk,
last
bro,
time.
Last time, oh man, I was that night. Yeah,
And that was a fucking blur.
it was a tough drive. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, bro, hatchbacks for life too.
Hatchbacks, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I could dig a hatchback, man. It's a good vehicle.
Yeah.
You know.
It's funny because you know, in my line of work, I have to use a 6-foot ladder every now and then it's like a fucking clown car. Like I just pull this fucking 6-foot ladder out. It's fucking dope. I fucking love it.
You know, I would get one of those ones that like do a telescope, you know, and just like
The
pull it
extension
out,
ladders?
pull it out like in the car and just like have it keep going on. You're like,
Well, no, all while the Dukes of Hazzard theme is playing.
I don't know how it goes. Fuck it.
No, but I appreciate you guys invited me over, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us, David. You are not. You know, he was all like, I can't believe you replaced me. I was on the Liberty Ladies for one episode, and you guys ready to fucking fire me?
No, David, you get 3 unexcused absences, and this is number 2. All right.
You get the Ghostbuster slash.
Yeah, with the Nazi symbol in it, because you're not a Nazi. What I wanted to bring up about that is that it's like, yeah, dude, you still have a fucking swastika on your shirt.
Yeah.
You know, do you think that like first thing I see is not it crossed out? I see a Nazi symbol on your chest and you're rocking. I get your sentiment, but you still have a swastika.
It's
on
like
your shirt.
buying a book just to burn it.
You still
You still bought the fucking book.
Yeah, you know, it's like fucking a really ugly chick, but then denying it. It's like, you still fucked her, dude. All right, thank you guys for listening. It's been another episode of Emergency Exit Podcast. If you like our episodes, you guys want to check us out. Next week is episode 20. 20. That's 200 for you lay people. It's a clip show, so expect to see things you may have seen already, or expect to see all the best things we've done. We'll try to gather all that stuff.
The least offensive things.
Yeah, and if you guys have any clips you'd like to have us watch, you can send us a message with a time code. You know, we can get that going for you real quick and get that on there. What else can I say? But everyone's gay, you know?
Very happy.
Yeah, I think I'm
2021.
dumb.
Texas is opening up. We're getting happier.
Maybe I'm just happy. What else can I say? We will be back next week. We are off the week after that. We are taking a short hiatus, a nice little break. Sweet. Boy, it's going to be sweet. Because I have to wake up early to go see the kid do soccer.
Nice.
Soccer with 5-year-olds. It's tough.
Bunch ball is what we call it.
New ball. All right, keep the ball going. What else? That's it. All right. If you guys like our content, you know the thing. We'll see you guys next week. Check out Who's on Call podcast.
Check out Who's on Call podcast.
Tell them that we
podcasts
sent
are-
you, and you get a 10% discount on your membership. You guys have memberships, right? All right. And you guys want Jeff
Sell a
the
lot of
Texan to go on the Liberties Lady podcast? Let me know.
Stay away from his fingers,
He's
though.
my roommate, so I can probably get him to go on. All right. So for Who's on Call podcast, we got Rick. You got Los. You got fucking Brandon. That's right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.